Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today's words of wisdom is from January 10th, and I quote, "What kind of life do you hope to live right now?" You should at least have a clear answer to this question. Unless the direction of people's wills are properly set, there will be a great number of people who go in the wrong direction. From the True Eightfold Path, written by Master Ryuho Okawa. Thank you, Lord. This Kyoten is amazing. The True Eightfold Path Guideposts for Self-Innovation. I think that we've read about the Eightfold Path and many other Kyotens, such as the Laws of the Sun. It comes out in many different books, Master's books, and he has even taught us that this is one of the most important discipline for disciples and Happy Science members. So I'm sure you've heard about it. But in other texts, I've noticed that Master kind of goes more towards the traditional method of the Eightfold Path and how do you apply it into the modern day life. But this one, it's so interesting. He literally talks about the concept of Eightfold Path, not going with the traditional perspective, but completely modernized perspective. So for modern people, if it's hard to practice the Eightfold Path, if it sounded too religious to you, if it sounded too old-fashioned to you, give this a shot. Businessmen, business elites in corporate America, you will want to read this book because it's an ultimate method of self-innovation. So I really love this Kyoten, but today's true words of wisdom, the words of wisdom is from this Kyoten. So what kind of life do you hope to live right now? You should have a clear answer to this question. This, I could say that what Master is trying to tell us, I believe, is it's important to have a goal. And he says right now, right? So we're not talking about like that long-term 30, 40 years from now kind of goal, not a midterm goal like 5 to 10 years from now, or not even a short-term goal of 1 year, but a goal for you today. This is a very important concept that Master has been teaching us from the English lecture, It's Enough Mind. Live each day as if it were your last. So it's important to have a very teeny tiny small goal every single day. When you wake up, just tell yourself, this is how far I want to get. So let's say that reading 30 minutes of Master's Kyotens and reading 30 minutes of his Kuro Obi black belt English books. I'm doing 1 hour of study and then maybe 30 minutes of reading the news. And then that's 90 minutes, right? This is the method that Master's taught us in the Laws of Wisdom. Try to have 90 minutes of intellectual input every day. So let's say that you have that goal and you've reached it. You should give yourself a pat yourself on your back. So having a teeny tiny goal when it comes to a goal of giving love, let's say that you can say thank you genuinely to your spouse or your children or your parents, or giving them a smile, or cleaning the house for them, or whatever it is, some form of giving love to your family or your coworkers, your colleagues, your neighbor. It doesn't matter. Just starting your life every single day with a goal, I believe, is crucial for us to continuously living a happy and a life that is in line with development of our spirituality. Also, I believe this comes from the right will section of the Eightfold Path. So when it comes to right will, it's more of like a long-term thought that you have, right? It's a conceptual thought. I don't know if you've heard of this before, but a conceptual thought is not like a fleeting thought that just dashes through your mind every day, or that it just pops up and you forget what you're even thinking about, like such as, oh, I ate lunch, I'm getting hungry, I ate lunch, I'm getting sleepy, so I'm gonna drink coffee next. Well, after I drink coffee, I'm gonna start thinking about how much time I have left to leave work. Once I leave work, I'm starting to think about what should I eat for dinner. Then these kind of thoughts comes and goes every day, but that's just a fleeting thought. But when it comes to conceptual thought, it's a thought with an image and a storyline. Such as, let's say that you have a goal in your life. that goal, it's a vivid goal, and you see yourself being successful, or becoming rich, or becoming a better person with a great occupation and living in a great house, things like that. Let's say that you have that vision. It's a conceptual thought, and that is what we mean when it comes to will. So living with a right will, how is that important? Without it, without a long-term will, it's easier for us to succumb to the environment. Whenever an environment goes against us, whenever we go through a headwind in our life, we can lose to it easily. We can succumb to it more easily compared to a person having a goal or a right will. So I really recommend you to deeply delve into your soul and find out the purpose of your life. We all have it. This is the truth that Master's taught us. We all have a purpose of life. Especially in the laws of Messiah, Master has taught us in chapter 5 that a mission of a human being is to support God's power. Supporting God is, and giving power to God, not asking for help from God, but supporting God and the force of light to make a better world, is a sacred mission of being a human. So we all have it. So and we all have, we all drafted the life plan before we were born. So I recommend you, if you're suffering from not knowing what your goal is in life, I recommend you to do a very simple discipline which we recommend at Happy Science. It's to read the true words spoken by Buddha and the basic prayers every morning and night, and also at night. When you become a devotee, you receive a brown sutra, and in it there's one called the Eightfold Path Sutra. Read that sutra at night, and then just reflect on these points, these 8 points, just 5 to 10 minutes. Do that every night, and then the clearer your mind will get, and then you'll start being able to come closer and receive more refined inspirations from your guardian spirit. And then there will be a moment where you find out the purpose of your life. Please give it a shot. Let me end today's video by reciting today's quote. What kind of life do you hope to live right now? You should at least have a clear answer to this question. Unless the direction of people's wills are properly set, there will be a great number of people who go in the wrong direction. From the True Eightfold Path. Thank you, Master. And thank you everyone for joining. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.